We have a storm coming in. It's starting to rain. We've got some thunder and a little bit of lightning starting. The wind has slowed down a bit, but it was pretty intense a little while ago. I'm sure it'll pick up. It's cold, especially compared to the last week where it's been in the 70s and 80s. And it's supposed to get pretty nasty for a little bit. The rain is going to pick up, and we're looking at possible hail about the size of ping pongs. It's picking up. The rain's coming down, the wind's getting a little bit stronger. And it's still freezing. This is out my kitchen window. Okay, I see our neighbor's tree blowing some there. This is west direction. As you can see, it's coming down from the north. It's got almost a northwest angle to it, which is part of why it's so cold, because it's coming from the north. Waiting to see if we get any of that hail that's supposed to be coming in. My poor garden is probably going to be destroyed.
You gonna say hi? Are you gonna say hi to everybody? Can you say welcome back?
Welcome back to the channel. So, I'm gonna do something a little different. Hopefully this works. Okay. So it's supper time. So, the other day, we had a storm come through. And it's not the first one of the season, but with the way it came through, got me thinking, throw up a video and kind of go over some storm prepping that we do. Hi. Excuse me while I feed the baby in the middle of this too. Where we're at, we are at the top of Tornado Alley, Midwest. So we get some really cool storms. If you want to like storms. John and I love storms. We love thunderstorms. You know, we used to live on the East Coast. We loved watching the hurricanes come in. Now we deal with tornadoes. Though where we are, we don't get too many of them. They usually go around us, which I guess is a good thing. But we get to see a lot of the outer, like, we get to see it from the outside. In the 5.5 years that we've been here, we've really only been concerned with a handful of storms, some that have spawned tornadoes, some that have been really close. We've only had to go to the basement a couple of times with our, I think we've only had the tornado siren go off maybe 2 or 3 times since we've been out here, at least in our town. But, you know, you never know what's going to happen, especially out here. Now the difference is, see, back when we lived on the East Coast, we were usually fairly prepared for when we had hurricanes that come in, but we were always able to track those, and we knew a lot of times they didn't really hit us. If they did, they did not hit us very hard. It kind of downgraded and wasn't as strong as what it could have been. But, you know, it's stuff, you know, you can track them, you can get prepared, you know, you can take your time, you know it's coming. Out here, you don't know when and if something's gonna hit. So it's kind of like storm season, you need to be prepared for anything. And since we're in storm season now, it usually starts around the beginning of March. We don't really get into it until about now. But I thought I would just kind of show you what we have, what we do to prep, and what's going on. So the first thing I want to show you guys, in between bites of food for the baby, is our emergency bag. It's real simple. This is our bag that we use. It's a backpack style. This was a diaper bag from Aria that we don't use anymore. It actually works out really well. I usually leave this in the car. I've used this as an emergency bag in the car for whenever we go anywhere. Aria, come in the house. Just because, you know, with the kids. It's always good to have little kids, especially where if we go to Walmart, it's like almost 45 minutes away. So some of the things that we have in here, the basic stuff. It's got a lot of pockets. You know, it's got 2 on each side. It's got this one right here. It's got one here, a little one here, and then it's got this big one here. So the first one I'm going to show you is the big one. This is the inside of the big pouch, okay? It's the big size. It holds the main stuff. It's got 2 little pouches here. Now, the stuff that we have in here are the basic stuff. We always have a first aid kit. In our family, we always need first aid kits because we're full of klutzes. We're very accident prone. Your basic first aid kit. This was a baby's first aid kit that I had gotten for Aria, and I've just reused it. It has your basic, you know, it's got some medicines in it, Band-Aids, feminine products, alcohol swabs. I've got hair elastic, combs, nail clippers, thermometer, Q-tips, and this gets updated, and I'll probably add more stuff to it as I go along, if I need to. But this I always have with me, and I've always had one of these carried with me ever since I had Abby. Some other things we have in here that don't fit in there. A&D ointment. Always good whether you have a baby or not. Let's see. We've got a washcloth. I don't even know where we got these. Probably at a dollar store back east, but it's really cool. They're like really, really small. And when you open them up, get them wet, they expand. Abby used to get a lot of these from her grandma. Medicine dropper and spoon. And these I just have in here because I've had the babies. If we go out somewhere, I tend to forget to bring some stuff, so I always make sure I have some just in case. You know, some other things I have, you know, lotion. We really have dry skin, so again, something that I always have because of the babies. Baby powder. Oops, this one's getting low. Whether your baby's not, it's always good. You know, especially if it's hot and you're sweating. It's really good when you go to the beach too. It helps you get sand off your baby. Let's see. Some of the other things I have in here, I have a baby bottle because sometimes I forget. But it's always good to have. But the kids, each of the kids have a change of clothes in here. And the clothes get changed out seasonally. So right now they have in here, Abby and Aria have a pair of leggings and a short sleeve t-shirt. And Kara has an outfit, pants and a onesie. I couldn't remember if it was a one piece or not. And I also have diapers in here. She's got 4 diapers in here. But the girls each have a change of clothes, and they have a pair of socks, an extra pair of socks. I also have a bib, a spit rag, and a small, like a bandana and a small blanket, just in case. And I've had those because some places you go and you go change a baby, and there's no one to change the baby in their bathrooms. They don't have a change table, so you gotta lay them on the floor. Or even if you lay them on the changing table and they don't have those papers, put a blanket down. So that's some stuff that I have in the big bag, the big pocket of the bag. And a lot of diaper bags, that's stuff that you normally have in there anyway. So if you have babies or kids at home, it's basic stuff you usually have with you. And you can build off of that. Put this all back. Ooh, give baby a bite. Nom, 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 nom. She really does like it. It's sweet potatoes, and so far it's one of her favorites. But she's in a weird mood today. Another thing I have, I like this pocket right here because it holds your wipes and you don't have to take them out. Again, something you have when you have babies, you always have a pack of wipes. But they're also good for other things if you don't have babies. You know, they have them in the health and beauty section with the baby stuff, but you don't. They're good for to have just in case. I also have this little zipper bag right here. I have a pack of tissues. Ooh, that's a large flip out lighter. That's just been in there forever. Yeah, you always got runny noses. My kids have a runny nose, especially Aria. Okay. This other side pocket here, I've got some stuff. I usually have writing utensils. I have hand sanitizer. That's a spray. You know, writing utensils. It's one of those safety heavy metal things for protection. In there, and a lint roller. I'm little. I like to have things to help keep me safe, so that's very handy to have. Okay, this front pocket I always use for kind of entertainment stuff for the kids. Let me set you down. I've just got a couple of books, but I have a notepad, some crayons, you know, just in case anything. This is just a simple little notepad if you need to take notes. Things to kind of, more for the little kids than anything. Because, you know, if you sit in some place for a long time, the kids aren't going to stay quiet. I don't have much in this pocket right now. I do have a multi-tool. Multi-tools are always good to have regardless of where you are and what you're doing. I have a couple of them. I have one in the house, I have one in this bag, and I have one in my own personal bag that I carry. Only because you have so many features on a multi-tool. You know, the little mini flashlight, pliers, screwdriver, just knives. This is a small one that we have. It's an extra, that's why I have it in here. Just in case something happens, you know, it's good to have. Now, this bag here, it goes with us. It goes in the car with us when we go on long trips. It comes in the house when we know we're getting some bad weather. I bring it in the house just in case we have to go down to the basement for a while. God forbid if anything ever came through this town and destroyed anything. We would have this with us. There are things that I would add, you know, when I know stuff's coming up. My wallet always goes in there. You know, we make sure that we have phone chargers. In my personal bag, I would empty out. I have a portable phone charger. We would make sure we have a cord in there. That would all go in here. I have this front pocket right here. This top one has some small stuff in it. I have a little sewing kit, chapstick, hand sanitizer. You can never have too much hand sanitizer, especially nowadays with everything going on. Sunscreen. I have this, you know, in case we ever go anywhere. If we're out in a town and we decide to stop somewhere for the kids, I burn very easily. Aria has some pretty pale skin. She burns really easily. Pretty sure Kira's going to be the same way. So I always have sunscreen on hand. And see what else we got here. Okay. I also have a small lighter too. Never know when you need a lighter. If you're out, something happens, especially at night if you need to start a fire. My lotion. This is for me. This is my lotion. I wear glasses, so most of the time I wear contacts. So I always have an extra pair of contacts on me. It came in handy when Kara was in the hospital back in January. I had a pair of contacts that I could put back in when it was, you know, time to leave, because I didn't have my contact case. But If things were to happen and the weather would get bad, you know, our basement door is right near our bathroom. So along with grabbing the stuff that we would need out here, I would also run to the bathroom and grab my glasses with me. To have my glasses with me. What expensive those are. So, but this is what I have in this bag, and this is, you know, our to-go bag. We just grab this and we go. Oh my goodness. Hold on a second. Okay. Now there are some other stuff that we would have if we would have to go to the basement or whatnot. If something would happen, you know, stuff that wouldn't fit in this bag. There are times where we know we have bad weather coming in. We track it on the radio. We know where different areas get hit. Once we start hearing that the towns a few miles west of us are starting to get some bad weather, we kind of run around and we start collecting stuff. Now, the girls, they get a little scared with this, but, you know, we talk to them and we prep them for this. So one of the things we do is we first tell them, you need to make sure you have your stuff to go, ready to go. They get a sweatshirt, they get socks and sneakers, and they make sure that they have pants and a shirt on. A lot of times these storms hit at night. Sometimes they're in their pajamas. If that's the case, if they're wearing a nightgown, put a pair of pants on. Our basement's cold. They also make sure that they grab any of their loveys. Abby has a pink bunny that she takes with her anywhere. It's her comfort item when she was little, and she still has it. Aria has a blanket that she brings with her and a baby doll. Abby's been carrying her own blanket. But now Kara, you know, we make sure that we have stuff for her to sit in. So we get all that and we put it by the basement door. We also make sure that we have blankets, larger blankets, to go into the basement. We make sure that we have food. Some things that we'll put in here is we'll put in some granola bars. We have granola bars, we have crackers, we have a case of water. All that will be put right by the basement door. In case anything happens, it's there. We open the basement door, we go down, and John brings everything down. Oops. Tammy didn't want to sit there anymore. So, all of the stuff I have in a list. I make sure that all our stuff is together, that we have everything that we need. At the beginning of the seasons, I make sure that we have everything in our bag and everything's updated. I kind of go throughout the year and make sure, in case if we ever use anything too, change things out, make sure things are still good. Whoop, where you going? You gonna sit? I sit like a big girl? Yeah? Hi. You gonna say hi to everybody? So, I said, I mean, this is just some of the stuff that we do when storm season comes. This is some of the stuff that we prep for. We know, you know, it's very unpredictable. We're not sure what's going to happen, but we do our best. If we know, we watch the weather, we know bad weather is coming, and we make sure that we have what we need to go just in case something happens. You know, even if you're in an area that doesn't really have such severe weather, or, you know, you have more time for, it's always good to have stuff ready to grab and go just in case something does happen, because you never know when an emergency is going to happen. You know, there are people out there who do extreme prepping. You know, you don't really need to go that far, but it's always good to be prepared. And I don't want to say that we're trying to be like those extreme preppers. We just want to be prepared in case something happens, you know, especially with the kids. You know, if you have animals, you want to look at getting stuff together for them. I know you can't always take all your animals with you. We have a total of 13 animals now. We've got 6 chickens, 3 cats, 2 dogs, a bunny, a turtle. That's a lot of animals. You do your best that you can. You know, 2 of our cats and 1 of our dogs will go down into the basement with us. The others won't. One of the cats is very old. she doesn't go very far. The other dog, he's very scared. He doesn't like the basement. He'll go hide in his kennel. So when it comes down to that, we put him in his kennel until any danger is past. We lock him in there. It keeps him safe. He's safe. He feels safe. He's comfortable in there. And, I mean, if anything was to happen, he's in there. And hopefully that he would stay in there and be safe. I know. I was not planning on doing this video with a child in my lap. Okay. Hi. No. But yeah. I'm gonna work more on getting our stuff set together. Because I know, Monday's storm was not going to be the last of it for the season. Our storm season usually runs until the end of November, as it can get us to be the latest November. We've had some tornadoes come through, right before Thanksgiving. You were trying to figure out who I'm talking to? Yeah. So I just kind of wanted to, show you what we do to prepare and get ready for any emergencies if necessary. And I hope, this is something maybe you guys look at doing just to be prepared in those just in case situations. And maybe this gave you some ideas, if you aren't ready, maybe think about it. And if you are ready, make sure, kind of look at your stuff to see what you've got and think about maybe if you need more or if you need to change your stuff. Hopefully this kind of helped you out a little bit. But I've got to do something with this one now. So we're going to end it here. Yeah. Okay. So thanks for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.